Example 2, here we go. We're going to use the graph to answer these questions and analyze it a little bit. The one thing I'm going to say until you don't want to hear it anymore, anytime we're talking about the extreme value for a parabola, we are talking about the y value of the vertex, just the y value of the vertex. And if it's the maximum, if it's the highest point, it's a minimum if it's the lowest point. So for this function, what is the extreme value? It's not so obvious when I just give you a graph. I mean, this is why I like the other example. If I'm talking about a ball flying through the air, and I'm like, what's the maximum value? Everyone knows to give that height, that vertical height, right? But when it's a picture on a grid, and it doesn't seem to be connected to anything, it seems like a much more complicated question, which is why you just have to kind of spend some time studying, memorizing, right? The extreme value of this function is the y value of the vertex. So this is the vertex right here. The lowest y value this thing ever hits is this guy's y value right here, which is -4. So the extreme value is -4. Y value of the vertex. And since this graph kind of goes down and then goes back up, this is the lowest point, so it's a minimum. X-intercepts of the graph are going to be any place this graph crosses or touches the x-axis. So I'm, tracing this down. I'm making note of where the x-axis is, and I'm seeing that it crosses the x-axis here and here. And those x values are 1 and -3. And then we have, of course, the y-intercept, which is right here. Oh, so it's also at -3. So I hope what we're getting out of this is we're just connecting these mathy sounding words with what I hope is pretty obvious pictorial type stuff. X-intercepts where it crosses the x-axis, give me those x values. Y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, give me that. The extreme value is that the y value of the vertex. And I think I gotta want to say one more in case anyone is confused. This vertex has the point -1, -4. But that extreme value is just that y value. Just that y value. Hope that makes sense.